Today this video will be on finding and repairing an air leak that's in my dashboard in this panel here. I already got the screws out, and the reason I got them out already is because I started to record this thing and found out that the memory card that goes in the computer, the micro SD card, the micro SD card that goes in the camera apparently got corrupted somehow and it wasn't working. I had to go find another one. Anyway, it seems to be working now. So, like I said, I already got the screws out. I recorded some of this, or tried to, a while ago. Don't know what I got, so I'm starting all over. I'm taking a little piece of air hose here. Doesn't matter if it's air hose or water hose or vacuum hose or fuel line. I'm going to use it to listen. I'm going to stick one end in my ear and the other end I'm going to probe around behind this panel and find that leak. I can hear it, and I already tried the hose and it was a little bit louder right here through this air vent. I'm going to go on ahead and take this off and pinpoint that leak, and we'll fix it. It's been a while since I've had this panel off, several years I think. I don't remember what all I need to undo to take it off. As it turns out, it is this air cylinder that operates one of the vents, and I'm going to zoom in, and this air line, can't see all of it, but the blue air line that you see kind of right in the center of the screen, it loops up over the top. I can't get the camera there because of this. I'm right on top of this thing here. I don't want to take it off completely. But it loops over the top, that air line does, and comes back down in the back there. The one that's got the shinier spot on it on the upper right hand corner there. And then that air line plugs into this air cylinder. The air cylinder is that long black thing that runs left and right. And you see that lighter blue little place where that air hose plugs into it. Now if I disturb that air hose with my finger, it either quits or it gets louder. Right now it's louder. So I'm going to try to just move that thing around a little bit, and hopefully I can fix it and make it, hopefully the cylinder itself is not leaking, but it's just a bad spot on the air line. If it is, I'm going to just nip a piece of that air line off. It's plenty long enough, and plug it back in. But what I got to do, if that's the case, is that lighter blue place right there where it plugs in, that has to be pushed in towards the cylinder. It has to be pushed in towards me, and then I can pull that blue air line out of it. And then I'll cut a piece of the air line off and plug it back in. Hopefully that's all it is, because if I got to replace that cylinder, it's in a nightmare of a place to do it. Looks like I need to take this upper panel off to get behind that part to work on that. And I just wanted to say that took some T20 Torx screws across the top here, some little ones, and over here, this one right here, because it goes right through it there. And there's two bigger ones that are T30s, one here and the other one there. I couldn't use a Torx driver on those because of the angle with the windshield in there, so I had to get a Torx socket. This is perfect. Lift that piece off, and now we can get right at this. I think you can hear that hissing right there. I don't know if I can do this holding the camera. I don't think I can. But I'm going to push this collar right here. I'm going to push that in this direction with a tool, and then I'm going to hold it in, and then I'll pull this line right out of it. Got that off of there. This is the air coming out of this. I'm just going to go ahead and nip that off right there. And when I said a tool for pushing that collar in, I meant any tool, anything you can use to push on it with. So I'm just going to go on ahead and nip this off above where it was before. And we'll plug it back in, and hopefully that's it. If not, then we may have to go ahead and replace this cylinder, because maybe this collar thing here is bad. I don't know. As far as putting it on, you just push it back in the hole. Push it in there tight. Well, apparently it's still going to leak. Maybe if I pull it out far enough. Well, I just pulled the end off of it. But it seems like it's not leaking now. And that's good enough for me. So if we did have to replace it, just be common sense. You take this little lock washer off by twisting it left and right until it comes off of there. And then I can't even see the other end, but I guess this vent has to come off. It's got a screw here. And then you can get to the other end to take it off. Well, that should be the end of this video, I think. Unless we find another leak. Thanks for watching. I had one more air leak. It was right here. Actually, it wasn't this tank, it was the next one back, but it's harder for me to get to it to show you where it was, but it's the same thing. Where this little valve that you pull the string on it to let water out. Yeah, that was leaking on this other tank back here. So I just pulled it, moved it around a little bit, and it stopped leaking, but that one was continuing to leak. Okay, now this will be the end of the video. Thanks for watching.